Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Ted, and I got a long commentary ahead of me, so this is a 9-minute gameplay. It's actually like an 19-minute gameplay, but I cut off a little bit of it. This is one of my better games I've ever had in Call of Duty, as far as Call of Duty history goes. Well, I guess more specifically Modern Warfare 3. I had games like this all the time back in Black Ops. But for Modern Warfare 3, getting a 100-plus game is really difficult. The kill streaks don't really do too much. With the spawn delay, I'm sure you all know that for 5 seconds after you spawn in, you don't show up on the air support. And it just seems like this one doesn't do nearly as much. But this is a double Assault MOAB gameplay. Basically, in this gameplay, I'm using Scavenger Pro on my MP7 with extended mags and silencer. And I was just going for a high-scoring gameplay, and I ended up pulling out 2 Assault MOABs and a bajillion Pavlos and Reapers and Predator missiles in the process. The final score was 124 kills and only 4 deaths, which is pretty awesome of a gameplay. Actually, I think it was 123 kills and 4 deaths. I'm not sure of the exact score, actually. We'll see at the very end. But I want to talk a little bit about dome demolition gameplays and how they've changed. I know I talked about this in my last commentary, so I'm not going to go too much in depth about Black Ops demo, spawn traps versus MW3. But as far as I can relate it, the MW3 spawn traps are very similar spawns to Team Deathmatch. I think that's actually what they ended up doing, is just they applied the Team Deathmatch spawn system to dome demolition, or to any demolition game map for that matter. But especially Dome. Dome is my favorite map because it is so small, and your air support does quite a bit. This is actually a gameplay from about 2 weeks ago. I just didn't know when to post it up. I'm trying not to post too much Dome gameplay because I feel like if I post too much Dome gameplay, it just gets too saturated. And I know for all my loyal subs, I'm trying to please you first, and that's why I'm always posting up the best gameplay. But I'm also trying to get new subs, and the new subs come from these high-scoring gameplays with the strange feats, like getting a double Assault MOAB. I think that's pretty. I think we can both agree it's pretty rare to get a double Assault MOAB, because you don't have all the perks in the game. I can't even reload fast. You're just seeing it fast because the game's sped up to 2 times the normal speed. But I don't have all those perks in the game. I don't have that movement speed. I don't have all the proficiencies. It definitely puts me at a severe disadvantage. Also, please note that I am in user-controlled kill streaks for a lot of the game. So to be able to stay alive and find a good spot to hide at for that long is pretty rare. And I actually do end up dying. My only death that you're actually going to see, I died 2 times in the very beginning, and I cut those out. But the only death of this gameplay that you're actually going to see is when I'm inside my Reaper drone, and that's after I'd already gotten my first Assault MOAB. And it's actually for the better, because if I didn't die the first time, I never would have gotten my second MOAB. So I think that's pretty cool, getting a double Assault MOAB. And I've been playing with a bunch of good teams. You're going to see a lot of ballistic vests goes down, a lot of UAVs up in the sky. I'll touch on that for a brief moment. Ballistic vests gives you almost double health for the time that it's on, depending on how the vests are used. You can get upwards of double health from that ballistic vest, which is a really important thing. And it being on support, it means that even though the worst teammates that you have, they can still piece together a few ballistic vests in a game. And I also like that if you have on the UAVs, you know, being able to see where everyone is really helpful. The only problem is obviously Assassin's so rampant and dominant in this game. The second we start putting up air support, everyone switches to their stealth classes, which is kind of frustrating, but what can you do? But also running the full teams, when you have the teammates all running the ballistic vests of the UAVs, there's always one somewhere on the ground. And that's the difference between having, you know, a couple of guys on your team versus having a full team of 6. When you're in a full team of 6, you can really coordinate what's going on in the game. I have teammates constantly calling out the spawns to me, what's going on in the game. That way, I've got the UAVs up, I've got all vested up, I've got a full team telling me where the other enemies are. Really helps me out. And if you're playing without a full team, I really feel like you're at a disadvantage. There, I pick up my MOAB, and one of my other teammates also picks up a MOAB in this gameplay. I think a couple other MOABs in this gameplay. So we had obviously great teamwork throughout this whole thing. But like I was saying, running the full teams puts you at such an advantage. I feel bad for people that don't have a lot of friends on their friends list. There's a lot of gaming networks out there. I know Huppet Gaming is one of them where you can go there. I'll leave a link down below. You can basically piece together teams. I tried that one time. I didn't have much luck myself. But I do know that Woody's Gamertag sponsors the Huppet Gaming. And if you know Woody's Gamertag, you know that he's really team-based and objective-based. He always plays the full teams. As do most big-name YouTubers out there play with full teams because it's less frustration. And if you don't have a full team already or you just don't have enough friends, just get on Huppet Gaming or just go in Xbox Live random games and invite these people to be your friends. Playing with a full team is not just funner and more efficient, but also you have a lot less bullshit in the game, except for the death streaks. Everyone will be on more death streaks. And look on the minimap there. Well, I just died, but some guy was basically right on top of my dead body. But I was prone in a corner with and he didn't see me for whatever reason. I don't have Assassin. I was going to say Assassin Pro, but I actually don't have on Assassin because I'm not running Specialist. But I was prone in a corner, and he ended up getting me there. But all for the better. Like I said, I pick up another MOAB even later on in this gameplay. And the only thing that I would have changed if I could go back in this class, I would have put on Hardline Pro, because you're going to see at the end of the game, I got like almost 30 assists. and that would have pieced together essentially another Pavlo with the way of the assist, and I didn't die very many times. But I would have had faster aiming, so the turns off are you know, you could never, I guess, analyze whether the hardline pro would have actually helped you out enough, because I wouldn't have aimed down sight fast enough. But also, my teammates for right now, let's go over the basic objectives of the game here. We're trying to make the game last as long as possible, and for Demolition, you can stretch the game out to about a 20-minute long game. We got this one down to about 15, 16 minutes. And we've got it down to a science now at this point. We've played enough Dome Demolition to really get the game figured out. This was one of the earlier on games, but I've been playing endless numbers of Dome Demolition recently, and we really got a good strategy now. What we like to do is we like to plant off the first bomb. When we're playing on offense, we like to plant one of the bombs, either the A or the B bomb. It really doesn't matter which one. We haven't picked a preference one yet. We just either plant A or B. It doesn't really seem to have an effect on the spawns, whichever one we plant, because the spawns are so randomized these days. And we plant one of them off, let the other one go. That way we lose the first round. The reason for this, we lose the first round versus the second round, is that it's a lot easier to control a loss when you're the one producing it other than the other team producing the loss. For example, when we're doing offense, it's a lot easier to not plant a bomb than for us to let the enemy team plant a bomb, because a lot of times they'll just completely ignore the objective, and we can't control whether they're actually going to go out there and plant that other bomb. Versus us, we can make sure we don't plant the other bomb, because I've got coordination, I've got a full team that knows exactly what they're doing, and we can really coordinate with each other. And having mics, having headsets, all that stuff is just so important. You'll see here, these guys are actually really objective-based. I like that on the other team. I like people that are actually really objective-based. Obviously not for the enemy team. We had to go defuse the bomb several times. But it was really nice having a full team, like I said, that's also coordinated. And here, you see me picking up ballistic vests everywhere I go. That way I'm always at an advantage. You know, you never want to be at a disadvantage whenever you go inside a gunfight. And having upwards of double health is so important and so crucial when you're sitting at something as close quarters as Dome Demolition. There's 6 people on the other team, and there's a lot of times when I'll go up against 3 or 4 guys at once. I want to make sure that I've got that super quick advantage, and I've also got that that advantage of the extra health. Also, the UAVs being up in the sky, I always know where people are going to be at. And knowing the location is so important. That's why I wish they would actually get rid of Assassin, or my personal opinion, I wish that they would make the UAVs a little bit harder to get. I think 3 kills is a little bit too low, especially when you get 2 with hardline. I wish that they'd make the UAV like a 6 or 7 kill streak, and then just remove Assassin, or make it so that Assassin's a little bit tamed down. My personal opinion would be if they could make Assassin instead of every 2 sweeps of the UAV you're hidden, or every 3 sweeps of the UAV you're hidden. That way you're still hidden occasionally, but not always. I like being able to see people on the radar. And I feel like if we piece together enough kills for that UAV anyways, we should have some sort of advantage over the other team instead of them having an advantage on us. It seems like the UAVs work against us when we have them on a team with full assassins, because we're not seeing any red dots on the radar. I'm expecting the coast to be clear or the bomb site to be clear, and I'm just barging around places where they're actually not clear. And here soon in a bit, I pick up my second MOAB. There's my probably like my 15th or 20th Predator missile in this game. I pick up so many kill streaks out this game. And I really don't suggest a lot of the Assault Strike package kill streaks, because on Dome, like I was saying earlier, when you've got that spawn delay, it seems like we're just killing them so fast that my air support can't really even get anything. I get a few kills with the Reapers and with the Pavlos, and there's a second MOAB, really awesome. I love the MOAB so much. I was actually thinking about recently, the MOAB is by far my favorite kill streak I've ever put into Call of Duty, strictly because it doesn't end the game, but it is an instant effect. You know, the enemy team knows they're doomed, and you know you're going to get a few kills at least from it. And I just like it. It's an addition. You don't have to have it selected, so if you die a couple off of it, it's not like you wasted another kill streak for it. I think that's really cool. Anyways, guys, the final score was 123 kills to 4 deaths. A very impressive score, double assault MOAB. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I post gameplays like this all the time on my channel. In fact, I've got a triple MOAB upcoming. If you want to stay tuned and see more, make sure to subscribe. Post high quality content every single day. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.